Hi and welcome back to my channel, Calaveras and Books. Today we are going to be doing the Do You Have That Book challenge. So today I thought it'd be fun to do this book tag that I've seen a lot of other YouTubers do. And I just wanted to try it out too. It seems like fun. So I wrote all of the questions down here and I'm just going to go through each one. Do you have a book with deckled edges? Yes, I'm certain that I do. Okay, so the book I have with deckled edges is called The View from the Cheap Seats from Neil Gaiman. I don't know if you can see it, but the edges are deckled. I really enjoyed this book. It's just a book of a compilation from his speeches. So yeah, I really like the ideas he writes in here, and I don't know, give it a shot if you like Neil Gaiman. Do you have a book with 3 or more people on the cover? Yes. The book I have here is Vamps by Nancy A. Conlon. There are 3 vampires people on the cover. Do you have a book based on another fictional story? Okay, so I have The Goddess Test and Goddess Interrupted by Amy Carter. They're both based on Greek mythology. I guess that's up to you if you want to consider that a fictional story or not. Do you have a book with a title 10 pages long? So the book I have here is Bossy Pants by Tina Fey, one of my favorite books. Do you have a book with a title that starts and ends with the same letter? I'm sure I do. So the book I have here is Escape by Carolyn Jessup with Laura Palmer. So this is a memoir about Carolyn Jessup's life in the Fundamentalist Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, or the FLDS Church, and her escape from it. So I picked this up because last year I read Breaking Free by Rachel Jeffs, who is the daughter of the leader of this cult. And I was hooked. I loved it. So I picked this up. I haven't had time to read it because I'm doing so many other reading challenges, but hopefully I can get to it soon. Do you have a mass trade paperback? Yes, I have several. Okay, so I picked up just a few to show you. So I have Fran Green Tomatoes at the Whistle Stop Cafe, which I read for the Reading Women Challenge. The challenge was to read a book set in Appalachia. So this was one I picked. What Alice Forgot by Liane Moriarty, who is one of my favorite authors ever. And then I have The Husband's Secret by Liane Moriarty. Do you have a book written by an author using a pen name? Yes. So I have the Robert Galbraith series. I have The Cuckoo's Calling, The Silkworm, and Career of Evil. If you don't know, these are all by J.K. Rowling. Do you have a book with the character's name in the title? Yes. Okay, so I have Eleanor and Park, The 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo, and the Harry Potter series. Do you have a book with 2 maps in it? Kind of. Carry On by Rainbow Rowell has 1 map at the beginning of the book, and then at the end. However, they are the same map. I don't know if that counts. You decide. Do you have a book that has been turned into a TV show? So I have Big Little Lies by Liane Moriarty and 13 Reasons Why by Jay Asher. Do you have a book written by someone who is originally famous for something else? Yes. Okay, so the first one I have here is The Reason by Lacey Sturm. If you don't know who she is, she was the lead singer of a Christian rock band called Flyleaf. I have Is Everyone Hanging Out Without Me and Other Concerns. Bossy Pants by Tina Fey. And Yes Please by Amy Poehler, who is one of my favorite comedians. Do you have a book with a clock on the cover? No, I don't. Do you have a poetry book? I have quite a bit because I love poetry, but I'll show you a few. Okay, so I have Peluda by Melissa Losada Oliva, which I really enjoyed. Helium by Ruby Francisco, also amazing. Our Numbered Days by Neil Hilborn. This is one that I'm currently reading. It's Sor Juana Inés de la Cruz's, some of her selected works. If you don't know who she is, she's considered Mexico's earliest feminist, and I am reading this little by little because just the writing is a little hard to get into. But I'm reading this for the Reading Women Challenge, and the challenge was to read a book that was written in a different language prior to 1945, which is super specific, but super glad that I found this. This book that I want to show you is called Poetry All Over the Floor, and this is a poetry anthology, and I actually have poetry published here, so super exciting, one of my greatest achievements. We have a book with an award stamp on it. I'm not sure. Okay, so I completely forgot that I had this book. It is called Stolen by Lucy Christopher. It has the Michael L. Prince Award for Excellence in Young Adult Literature. I haven't read this because I'm reading it for the Reading Women Challenge. The challenge is to read a book featuring a woman with a mental illness, so this is on the list for this year, so I'll definitely be getting to this soon. Do you have a book written by an author with the same initials as you? Yes. The Twilight series by Stephenie Meyer. This will forever hold a special place in my heart because without it, who knows, I might have never gone into reading. So thank you so much, Stephenie. Do you have a book of short stories? Yes, I do. Her Body and Other Parties by Carmen Maria Machado. Do you have a book that is between 500 and 510 pages long? No, I don't. That was so much searching. Do you have a book that was turned into a movie? I have quite a bit. To All the Boys I've Loved Before, Divergent, The Hunger Games, Twilight. I just have a lot that I don't want to hold them all up. Do you have a graphic novel? Yes, I do. So I have Luann Will We Be Tested on This by Greg Evans. The Quiet Girl in a Noisy World by Debbie Tung. And Everyone's an Alien When You're an Alien Too by Johnny Sun. So good. Do you have a book written by 2 or more authors? Yes. The Future of Us by Jay Asher and Carolyn Mackler. This tag was super fun. If you want to do it, please go ahead and send me links to your videos because I'd love to see all of the books on your bookshelf. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.